What's going on, Wacky Cat? Welcome to the channel. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe if you like the video, if you like my videos. Now, WWE 2K25. We've been seeing the interviews of Brian Williams ask different questions about different situations, which is great. I love that the developers and the people that make the game talk to the community, talk to the fans, answer our concerns. Gotta say big kudos to that. But today, this video, I'm gonna be talking about the roster, right? 2K25's roster, they said it's over 300, if I'm not mistaken, wrestlers. Now, of course, that's gonna probably be different versions of the same wrestler, but 300 is impressive. And the fact of the matter is, as well, is that this is the first time that intergender matches. So this is possibly the biggest wrestling video game where literally everybody can fight each other as far as the roster is concerned. Becky Lynch can fight Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins can fight Charlotte. I mean, it's absolutely nuts. Pretty cool concept. Now, the roster and the DLC. The DLC, before I get into the roster and show the roster, I'm going to talk about the DLC, right? 2K24's DLC was really good. But towards the end of the different packs, we got basically a Pat McAfee pack where you had Pat McAfee and his friends that's on his podcast. And I like Pat McAfee. He paid his dues. In my opinion, of course, he deserves to be in the game. He had a few matches here and there in WrestleMania, I believe, or one of the pay-per-views he had a match. He's a great commentator. Got his own show. He deserves to be in the game. But now his friends, on the other hand, I believe that, and this is my opinion, they took up slots for possibly a legend or other superstars. But if you think about that, is the reason that they gave Pat McAfee friends a roster slot on 2K24 is because it was slim pickings. What I mean about slim pickings was they running out of superstars, legends to put in 2K24, and they just said, okay, Pat McAfee friends, you are up, you can go in because they ran out. They were shorthanded. And if that was the case, which I'm just theorizing, if that was the case, what is the fate for 2K25's DLC? Here is my theory. But before I get to my theory, we're just going to scroll right quick and look at the roster. Look at this roster. It got the legends. It got different superstars. We got Roman Reigns, of course. He's in a showcase. We got 2 minute warning. Now, a lot of new wrestlers, not a lot, but a few new wrestlers. The Wild Samoans are already in the base game in the showcase. So you got to think about that. So you can mark them, the Wild Samoans. I think 3 minute warning, 2 minute warning, 3 minute warning. Rosie, they're not part of the DLC. Okay, so if you can see, so many superstars, a lot of superstars that came back last year in 2K24 that signed legend deals like the Dudley Boys. Now I have to say, not everybody has returned in 2K25 from 2K24. One shocking return, non-return that's not coming back. I saw. I'm not 100% sure, but this roster doesn't show on 2K's official website. The Big Boss Man. I've always had Big Boss Man in my universe mode. I just took a liking to Big Boss Man back in the day when he was with Vince McMahon. He was beating up Stone Cold with the nightstick. I've always liked the Big Boss Man. I always had him in the video game, and they've always, for the most part, had him in almost every, not every 2K game, but for the last few years, had him in every 2K game. And for some reason, the Big Boss Man appears to be not in this game, reportedly. This is shocking. So, other superstars are Post Malone, not. But I expect, Muhammad Ali's not, Bad Bunny. Now I expect them not to be in the game because they're not wrestlers. They're just a special guest. So special guests, them coming back to the game is not a big surprise. It's understandable. But when you have mainstay wrestlers, now what was other wrestlers that's not in the game is guys that left the company. Bobby Lashley, he's not in the game. He left the company. That's understandable. But Big Boss Man is shocking. So many superstars, though. Regardless, it's a lot going on here. And so what's the DLC gonna be looking like? It's gonna be slim pickings, I believe. Now, if y'all remember, last year before 2K24 came out, again, the Dudley Boys signed a Legends deal. When a legend signs a Legends deal, you can put them in video games, put them in documentaries, put them in series. They're a part of the ecosystem of WWE entertainment. But sometimes legal situations, if you don't have a Legends deal or the legal terms of whatever of different people, they can't be in the game. So DDP was in 2K24. So let's look to 2K25. If there is slim pickings, which I don't know if it's... Listen, this is just a theory. The only wrestler that I know that recently gotten a Legends deal is the tag team Demolition. Yes, Demolition has gotten a Legends deal. So I expect them to be part of DLC or characters or tag team in 2K25. Now, they recently just did this deal. I would love to ask Brian Williams, how long does it take in order for a wrestler to be rendered in the 2K games? Because if somebody just signed a deal and the game is about to come out in a few months or a week, is that enough time for you to make a model of him, shape and mold and put him in the game? I think the answer is yes. And I'm predicting that, and this is just my theory, 2K might give, WWE might give 2K a heads up about, look, we think about signing this guy to a Legends deal, signing that guy. Yeah, you could put that guy. WWE probably hands on with this process as far as DLC. Look, okay, put that guy in because it's legal. It's legal stuff going on. You just can't put anybody in the game if they ain't have an understanding or agreement. There might be some legal problems going on, but of course you would think WWE is letting 2K know, look, all right, put that guy in, you can put that guy in, that guy, this guy, oh yeah, put that guy. So slim pickings, going back to the slim pickings theory. DLC 2K24. Okay, Demolition. Who else? Because I researched, nobody else has signed a Legends deal that I know of. Maybe there might be some secret Legends deals going on. So then I tried to go back in my mind and say, okay, who did we recently see in WWE in last year and in the product? Well, we saw Goldberg sitting in the stands in one of the pay-per-views last year. Goldberg normally was in 2K games, but for some reason he wasn't in 2K24 because he left the company. And I think he left maybe on a little bad terms. So he wasn't in 2K24. I'm predicting that Bill Goldberg, will be DLC in 2K25 because of the slim pickings. It's slim pickings. They got to grab for straws. Even if there wasn't slim pickings, I believe he would be in the game. So I'm getting ahead of myself. Goldberg, I'm predicting, will be DLC. Another superstar that I'm predicting will be DLC. It will shock people. It will surprise people a little bit. But the fact that Paul Heyman mentioned him last year in his Hall of Fame speech in Philadelphia, Brock Lesnar, I believe Brock Lesnar will be DLC in 2K25. Probably in the same pack as Goldberg. These two superstars that we wasn't too sure about because it's slim pickings. We have to put somebody, okay, let's go ahead and put him in. Because who else is there? Who else is left? I mean, there's a bunch of wrestlers, legends that we can think of in our head that we can put in the game, but who has a Legends deal? Who's still associated with WWE? Who's still under some type of contract? I think Brock Lesnar, I'm not 100% sure, but Brock Lesnar may be still under contract, so they can still put him in deals and stuff. You know, you think about Ric Flair, but is Ric Flair, has he signed a Legends deal? I don't know about Ric Flair anymore because he wasn't in last year's game. He wasn't in the year before that. But you're grasping for straws. So due to the fact that there's not many wrestlers that I can think of, or that a lot of us can think of, those are only four, but only five. The Tag Team Demolition, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Ric Flair. Everybody else, I don't know. You're getting really, because remember, there's a lot of legends in 2K25 default game. Just Yokozuna, you got DDP, you got Vader already in the game. You got Batista, you got who else you got? You just got so many legends already in the game. And I know DLC is not always about the legends, but for the most part, it is maybe a couple of NXT superstars. But if we're going to be doing these DLC packs, these packs got to pack a punch. You can't give us no offense, Pat McAfee friends again. You can't do that again. You can't give us, his buddies. We have to know these people. Like we know these people. We know Pat McAfee's friends off the show. It's a very popular show, very successful podcast. But I'm talking about, as far as a wrestling fan, the wrestling fans kind of have to have an understanding of who's in the game, and that's why I'm saying that it might have been slim pickings for the Pat McAfee friends to be in the game. So now we in 2K25, and who knows what's going on. So the next prediction is that we may finally get some type of other DLC besides new superstars, besides NXT superstars, due to the fact that there's, in my mind, and then I'm seeing there's not many guys that to choose from to be DLC. They will do something different and give us a new type of DLC packs. What that is can be anybody's guess. Could it be new wrestling, new arenas? Could it be variants of John Cena, variants of Triple H pack? Could it be? That's the only thing I could do. So it may be, guys. This may be the first year in a long time that we get DLC other than playable characters. And it's a huge possibility. Or we might get a mixture, because these packs, this is the recipe that 2K does. This is the prototype. They give us DLC packs every few months throughout the year. This is their model. So they can't not give us DLC packs because we don't have enough wrestlers to put in the game now for DLC. So they have to improvise and put some new gadgets, new things in there for us, which I'm going to be excited to see what new things they have, if they have. And this is just speculation. But anyway, again, this roster is absolutely jam-packed. I love the roster, even though the Big Boss Man appears not to be in the game. We have Harley Race. We have the Honky Tonk Man. Man, we got Hawk. Man, listen, man. This is great. This is a great roster, a solid roster. It's so many superstars in the game that you're gonna forget that certain superstars are in the game. Like, you're gonna be like, oh dang, I forgot they had this guy. Oops, I forgot he was in the company. Oops, I forgot. But one more thing that I just thought about, and you may think about it too. Apparently, WWE and TNA, I don't know if they got some type of partner. I think they got some type of partnership going on, some type of deals going on. So we may see another option as far as the DLC and the playable characters. We may see TNA DLC superstars. And there are a lot of former WWE superstars that's in TNA. So we could see, I don't know if Dolph Ziggler's still in TNA, but we could see a Dolph Ziggler, Elias. You know, their names are not that anymore, but I can't remember what their names are in TNA anymore. But what I'm saying is, they have to figure something out. So they might start grabbing the TNA guys. Like, put him in there. We saw the TNA champion in the Royal Rumble. This year's Royal Rumble, TNA champion was in the Royal Rumble. So he might be, I can't remember his name. He might, because I don't watch TNA at all. He might be in the DLC. This is, in my opinion, this is desperate times calls for desperate measures, and we got to have superstars in this game. We got to put DLC. Get him from TNA. Get Bill Goldberg. Put Brock Lesnar. We got to get these guys. I mean, I know we wasn't originally going to do this, and we're kind of stretching it, and it's maybe shocking to put some of these guys in the game, but we got to put them in the game. If you want DLC, we got a deadline. This game comes out. We got to put him, her. Even though she left the company, we gotta put these guys, because now the TNA guys are under, I don't know, not officially, but they're kind of like in the umbrella now of TNA. Anything's possible, so that could be a possibility. It's going to be exciting. This is going to be a real, really shocking. I think either how they put it, either way how they do it. If they give us stuff other than playable characters as DLC, or they give us playable characters, it's going to be a lot of surprises. We're going to be the most surprised with this DLC. Like, we're going to be like, oh snap, they put him in the game. Oh snap, they put her in the game. Oh snap, they put that in the game. They're going to give us that as DLC. Oh man. Oh wow. Really? Oh cool. Because I'm telling you, slim pickings, if you ask me. We got to do some. We got to surprise this is two birds, one stone. This wasn't really a surprise. These options are maybe not a surprise for them, but it's going to be a surprise to you, because they had to do it. Like, we had to do it. We had to get them in the game, because who else is there? But anyway, solid roster again. Those are my predictions for DLC. Great looking roster. And yeah, 2K24 is literally weeks away, like, if you get the early edition. So anyway, yeah, I'm about to pre-order 2K24. 5 right now. I'm gonna upload that video. I'm gonna make a video of that, and I'm just gonna I haven't decided what version I'm gonna get, the Undertaker edition or the tribal the tribal chief edition, whatever you call it, because I'm gonna look at the tribal chief edition and see is it gonna be worth it. I gotta look at this. We gotta look at this stuff, guys, and try to figure out, will it make sense or does it make sense? Well, anyway, I'm Wacky Cat. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'm out.